to Bad Movie Beatdown, where movies come to life. Well, actually, no they don't. It's more where they, die. Painfully, horribly, brutally. Yeah. Anyway, one of those movies is today's movie, Night at the Museum 2. Ooh, shiny cover. Now, I didn't hate the original Night at the Museum. It had a really cool idea at its heart. What if a museum actually came to life at night? The movie didn't live up to that premise, but it wasn't terrible. It was some, good-natured family entertainment. Of course, the fact that it had a cool, family-friendly premise meant that it became the second highest-grossing movie of 2006. So naturally, 3 years later, we got the inevitable sequel. The old sequel was in abundance. The same, but bigger. Unfortunately, bigger does not necessarily mean better. So once again we are following Larry Daly, played by Ben Stiller, who in the 2 years between events has become an inventor, selling items inspired by the events in the first movie. Here's random cameo George Foreman to give you a lean, mean, fat-reducing lowdown.
You're a CEO of Daily Devices, creator of such indispensable items as the Super Big Dog Bone.
You like that one?
The unlosable key ring.
Oh yeah, that little chestnut.
Say it with me, America.
You may think this would be a plot point. It isn't. No one ever used it. Larry stops by the New York Museum of Natural History only to discover that things have changed.
What's going on here? Progress, so they tell me. Behold, Natural History, version 2.0.
Welcome to the Museum of Natural History, where history comes to life.
Blah, blah, blah.
You're adding some new interactive exhibits?
Replacing the old exhibits.
Where are they going?
Deep storage, Washington, D.C., the Smithsonian. There's got to be something that we could do. They leave tomorrow morning. It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Gervais being wasted once again. And then Dr. McPhee leaves Larry in the museum. Wait, what? Larry doesn't work there anymore, so why is he being left in the museum? He shouldn't be in there anyway, since the museum is closed to the public. So the sun falls and the exhibits come to life once again.
Yeah, looky here. Come back just in time to see us off.
Look, I don't even know how this happened.
The fact is, Larry, there's no one else here to speak on our behalf during business hours.
Dum-dum.
And he would have had much to say if he was. He was a night guard, not anyone actually in charge of anything. Besides, guarding stuff. Actually, come to think of it, who is the new night guard? Apparently nobody, because we never see them.
Where's your crate, Teddy?
Seems myself, Rexy, and a few of the signature exhibits will be staying here.
Without the tablet?
Achman Ross tablet will be remaining here with him.
You didn't tell them.
Sometimes it's more noble to tell a small lie than deliver a painful truth.
Oh, so that's how this script got accepted. The following night, Larry gets a distressing phone call.
Gigantor, it's me, Jedediah. That brazen little monkey stole the tablet, and now we're in a world of hurt, boy. Achman Ra's big brother, he's here, and trust me, not a friendly. Hey, Jed. No, you let go of me. Jed?
So it's time for a trip to the Smithsonian.
The Smithsonian is actually 19 different museums. They got everything there. There's actually some really cool stuff.
After seeing the movie, be sure to visit the real Smithsonian, where history really does come to life. So Larry flies to Washington and wanders around the Smithsonian, resulting in plenty of foreshadowing.
Common Ra.
Hey, you moving in with some ITT, bro?
ITT?
It's intent to touch, homie.
Oh goody, Jonah Hill. He'll be funny. I mean, this movie's only been about 20 minutes long, and there's only been 5 jokes.
I'm allowed to look at it here, okay?
And see what happens when you touch it.
You threatening me, Brandon?
Pro-run-in.
Barundin. What did they run out of use on your nameplate?
I don't know, did they run out of jokes at the interesting joke store that you shop at?
Seems they had a deficit at yours, too.
So I can't do this, right?
Okay. Did you just make a decision to possibly end your life earlier than you were expecting? Do not touch it.
Don't touch
Do
me.
not touch it.
Don't touch me.
I will
flashlight
literally...
is meant to illuminate.
I will literally rent a camper, and we will drive across America with my flashlight on your chest.
For goodness sake, shut up! So eventually, Larry manages to steal
Brandon.
Shut it! Larry manages to steal Brandon's ID card and uses it to get access into the restricted areas. He then steals a guard's uniform.
I need you to talk me to the archives.
Now, it's kind of a maze down there. Those underground tunnels connect a bunch of different buildings.
Isn't that great? The Smithsonian website has a map of the whole facility, including the restricted area. That's not a security risk at all. So Larry sneaks down to the archives and starts looking for his friends. I wonder if that will be important later. He finds them in a rather sticky situation, cornered by Carmen Ra, played by Hank Azaria, and as darkness falls, tries to grab the tablet. He gets it, only for it to come to life.
I am Carmen Ra, and from the darkest depths of ancient history, I have come back to life! Now begins the era of Carmen Ra, because I have come back to... Never mind, just hand me the tablet.
If he wanted the tablet, why is his men shutting the container with it inside?
Here you go. I'm sorry, I thought you wanted the cube, but... Of Rubik. Turns all who oppose you to dust?
Now take me to this cube of Rubik.
I wonder if it's the octopus from earlier. Oh wait, yes it is. So Larry gets the tablet back and starts running away. You know what would be a good thing to do now? Turn the centre stone. You know, the one that makes the exhibits come to life. It would make escape a hell of a lot easier. Funnily enough, Larry never thinks of this. Look out, here comes Bill Hader.
You're in good hands. General George A. Custer, the fighting U.S. 7th Cavalry, at your service.
Yeah, Custer. Now there's a figure of fun. And then he hits an overhang. Well, that certainly had a point. Larry then gets stopped by Amelia Earhart, played by the absolutely adorable Amy Adams. Yeah, well, you all thinking it. So, why did we give him that motorcycle when we're going to discard it a minute later? Custer gets thrown in with the rest of the New York exhibits.
Here's the plan. On the third bugle blast, I shall loudly announce attack! At which point, we will all jump out of this box and attack.
I know you are a famous general, but won't yelling attack alert the enemy that we are about to attack?
If Custer and Sacagawea were in the same place, I don't think she'd be criticising his military tactics. Larry and Amelia discover that the paintings have come to life. Admittedly, this idea was done better in Looney Tunes Back in Action, but given this is live action, I'll cut it some slack for that. I'm not sure if they've actually time travelled, but I'm getting a brain aneurysm thinking about it.
Wow, 4 bars in 1945.
Wait, how's he getting a signal? Oh god, my brain! It's cooking like a chicken in an oven! Ah! He manages to lose Carmen Ra's men in the painting, at the expense of losing his phone as well. Elsewhere, Carmen Ra decides to get some new generals, including a totally wasted Christopher Guest as Ivan the Terrible, Napoleon, and a monochromatic Al Capone. Wait, wasn't Al a cardboard cutout when we saw him earlier? Nice continuity!
Are there any questions?
Yeah, I got one. How come you're wearing a dress?
This is a tunic. Any other questions? Or any questions not about the dress? Tunic.
Oh my sides. Are there any more predictable gags?
Moonlight is wasting, and the time is short.
Short! Why do you look at me when you say short?
Larry and Amelia are forced to hide from Napoleon's men.
Is it just me, or is there music in the air?
Yo, show me what you got, Night Guard!
Run! It's the Jonas Brothers! And they're nude! Ah! Larry and Amelia get cornered by Napoleon.
And so, the little tiny man runs into the claws of the giant cat.
Wow, you're really hung up on the height. You know, your Napoleon was like a complex named after you.
Laugh at Napoleon. He's really short. Do you remember that Battle of Waterloo? That was a barrel of laughs.
Now, if your boyfriend would kindly come with me.
Oh, I'm not her boyfriend.
Were you guys like friends in college and now both afraid to ruin your relationship by telling the other person that you want to be more than friends, that you like each other?
This is a bit quick, considering they've only been together, what, an hour? Also, she's a wax figurine! Back in the container, Jebediah Smith and Octavius, played by Owen Wilson and Steve Coogan, make a break for it, but Jebediah is captured. And speaking of captured, Larry is brought to Kamen Ra. Kamen Ra is frustrated to find that the tablet does not summon his army, so he forces Larry to work out the combination, otherwise he will kill Jebediah in a sand hourglass. Wait, how can a 2-inch figurine be killed? Larry reteams with Amelia and their first port of call was a bust of Teddy Roosevelt, because Robin Williams wanted to be in this movie more than 5 minutes.
We really need someone to translate what's written on this tablet. Do you read hieroglyphics?
Yes, I do, Missy. Bird, man with spear, sideways fish, beetle face. A man with a spear trapped a bird and a sideways fish in a vase. Another possible translation is, you will find the combination you seek if you figure out the secret at the heart of Pharaoh's tomb.
I have to ask, but why is Larry running around when Kamen Ra speaks Egyptian and will be able to decode this for himself? Oh, right, because we wouldn't have a movie. Amelia suggests the aid of the Thinker, voiced by Hank Azaria. Guess what the joke might be?
Hey, baby, check out the gun show going on over here. Boom! Bang! Firepower!
He's certainly no Einstein.
So after that pointless diversion, Larry figures out the Einstein bobbleheads in the Air and Space Museum will be able to help.
All right, good, well, we should get going, because we're...
Ow! You talk too much, Ace.
You taste like wax. Not again. It's like smooching a crayon.
These two here heard that we're taking over the world and they want in.
I'm sorry, but we're all full up in our axis of evil today. Sorry.
But I'm bad.
What are you doing? Is that you breathing? Because I can't hear myself think.
Apparently the budget did not extend to James Earl Jones. Actually, this annoys me because having the pop culture exhibits be villains as well would have been really cool. Okay, totally impractical due to rights issues, but don't tease it with a throwaway gag. Carmen Ra sees Larry and Amelia walking to the Air and Space Museum and thinks he's trying to escape. Cue the baddies blocking the Air and Space Museum so he can pad this movie out even longer. Meanwhile, Octavius arrives at the White House. How did he get there? He's 2 inches tall! Okay, that's funny. And then he gets taken off by a squirrel. Well, that was pointless. Back with Larry and Amelia, they run towards the Lincoln Memorial, which also comes to life. He's also voiced by Hank Azaria.
If I may, you two make an adorable couple.
No, we're not a...
We're not blah, blah, blah. I never lie.
Why is this movie pushing this relationship between Larry and Amelia? She's a waxwork figurine. This has lots of unfortunate connotations. I mean, it's like the family-friendly version of falling in love with a blow-up doll. So they sneak in through the back of Air and Space. They have wonderful security at the Smithsonian. Apparently no night guards to speak of, and apparently all the security checkpoints Larry used an ID card to get past have disappeared since the bad guys have no problem running around the place.
Miss Earhart.
Yes.
I want to say thank you. A lot of people didn't think we could fly either. Thanks for clearing the runway, ma'am.
Well, that was out of place. And yes, that is Craig Robertson. Of course he has nothing to do. Why do you ask?
Contact! Mission control. We are all systems go and green for liftoff.
I want to go, no go for launch. I say no go. Let's not go.
Ooh, this looks funny.
No, we do not have commit, and it is a now negatory launch phase. We are in a no-fly, no-go phase.
And joke aborted. What was the point of that? They find the Einstein bobbleheads, voiced by Eugene Levy.
We're trying to crack the combination of this tablet doodad. The writing here says we'll find it if we figure out the secret at the heart of Pharaoh's tomb.
The answer's in the question. Don't you get it, kid? You're looking for the secret number at the heart of the pyramids.
Well, whistle me, Dixie, the answer's pi.
Pi? In Egyptian times? I know nice that the museum has played fast and loose with history, but this is so wrong, it makes me scream!
3.14159265 to be exact.
It's pi! You can't be precise! The bad guys rush in, so Larry and Amelia fly away in the Wright brothers' plane. Was that a parody of the green flare scene from The Rock? A single shot from a 14-year-old movie? No one's gonna get that except movie nerds. Like me. So Larry and Amelia fly briefly around Washington, apparently no one noticing the Wright brothers' plane flying around in the middle of the night. They then smash through the window into the museum with not a single alarm going off. Seriously, for all this museum security earlier, where has it gone now?
Give me Jet.
Oh, no.
I'll give you the tablet and the combination when you release my friends and give him back to me.
They didn't call me Common Raw the Trustworthy. They called me Common Raw the Bloodthirsty, who kills whoever doesn't give Common Raw exactly what he wants.
Oh god, not another bout of extended bickering.
Great, well I'll give you the combination after you give him back.
If you touch that again, I shall kill you right now. If you speak again, I'm going to kill you. Do you understand?
Okay, after you give me Jed and release my friends.
You did all three! You spoke, and you reached your hand across.
Look, shut up! For the love of Jiminy Christmas! And then, to render this pointless, Capone walks in and tells Common Ra the answer. There is so much goddamn padding! If you took away the bits that didn't relate to the plot, you'd only have a movie half an hour long. Common Ra summons his undead army. Actually, how do you control that during the day? That might be a trifle problematic.
I'm sorry I wasn't around the last couple of years at the museum. Maybe none of this would have happened.
I didn't call you because we needed your help. I called you because you needed us.
Wait. What? Here's that phone call from earlier.
Gigantor, it's me, Jedediah! That brazen little monkey stole the tablet, and now we're in a world of hurt, boy!
How does that what he just said. You know, audiences do remember 40 minutes ago, with the army summoned, Carmen Ra is unstoppable. But here comes Octavius on a squirrel, bringing in the Lincoln Memorial. Lincoln promptly scares the army back into the portal, just moments after they came out of it. So basically, the plot of this movie is totally, completely pointless! Then our walking Deus Ex Jesus walks out. Here comes Amelia with all the New York exhibits and others, most of whom have spent the movie in a container to battle Carmen Ra and his men. So why did we get rid of that army when we're about to have a battle scene? Hello?
Hey! This is not the time to get into this, all right? Stop!
You see, it's exactly the same joke as in the first movie, except it's now with 2 monkeys. Because everything is better with monkeys. Octavius breaks Jebediah out of the hourglass. That joke is still funny. Larry steals the tablet but gets plunged into a sword fight with Carmen Ra using his torch.
What are you? I'm the night guard.
Well, actually, no, you're not, but never mind. So Carmen Ra gets kicked into the portal where he dies. Amelia flies the New York exhibits back there using her Lockheed Vega.
Have fun.
I don't know about you fellas, but this old cowboy just got to second base.
Wait, what would happen if Larry reached 4th base with Amelia? Does the tablet make them anatomically correct? Oh god, my brain! That just raises too many questions, and if there's a fanfic that answers it, I don't want to hear it! By the way, Amelia manages to fly from DC to New York and back in the space of an hour. I know she's a damn good flyer, but I don't think she's that good. Also, I wonder what the reaction was to the damage to the Smithsonian. I mean, windows damaged, Wright Brothers planes smashed, paintings changed. That actually would have been pretty funny, but the movie never does it, oddly enough. Naturally, Larry's brought the tablet back with him, so the museum in New York comes to life. Does that mean the exhibits in DC are still alive until sundown? I mean, how does the tablet work hundreds of miles apart? Oh, migraine!
Hey, Teddy, remember the other night you were saying something about the key to happiness? It's doing what you love, isn't it? With people you love.
A very sound message. So how does he achieve this? He sells off his company and becomes a low-paid night guard again. You can do what you love, but you'll also be poor. But hey, what do we expect when one of the writers wrote Christmas with the Cranks? So we cut to 2 months later where the museum is reopening with new late-night opening hours.
One day, we've got to get rid of everything old. The next, a rich, anonymous donor gives a huge endowment. With a proviso, everything stays the same.
Yep, the exhibits are showing the people around the place. So, what happens at sundown? How do they explain that?
Today's technology is beyond me. You're so lifelike. Yeah.
Why are movie characters so stupid?
As night guards go, you're well, the best.
Yeah, he was the best, because every night in the first movie the place would be totally trashed. Creepy! So they walk away together, but there's one final scene in the credits.
Joey Motorola, you get down here for supper right now!
I said 1 second, Ma! I really think I'm onto something here!
My brain! So that was Night at the Museum 2. The biggest problem is that it's simply too big for its own good. It has too many characters competing for screen time, too many special effects, and is so enormous that it exposes the holes in the premise. You have all these talented comedians who haven't got anything funny to do because the movie is going around to the next special effect. Anytime there's a wide shot, there's dozens of effects running around. However, none of them cover up the obvious gags or the giant plot holes throughout. It all feels a bit pointless, really. I'm Matthew Buck, beating down bad movies everywhere.